bogus KPIs are worse than no KPIs at all. How do you make sure that your KPI, your key performance indicators, really are key?
Really good question. What tends to happen is people mistake activity for success. So if I make 300 calls a day and then I log all these things in the CRM, and if it's not in the CRM, it's not real, it doesn't exist. These are all sorts of mantras that particularly come out of US-based companies. If it's not in the CRM, it doesn't exist. That's because everyone wants to have visibility of what you're doing. So you've got one person doing something and 19 people watching. Now, what the person's actually doing, right, might not be adding any value. So the really important thing is that the playbook and the measures around key performance indicators are against the company's metrics. So you have a sales and a marketing target that reflects the financial targets of the business. So your key performance indicator is, yes, from a process perspective, how many leads are we converting, and those sorts of numbers. How many calls are we making? But interestingly, if you're not monitoring the quality of the calls, the fact that someone can click a button in a CRM and log a call and then ring a number that rings out and then hang up and ring the same number and it rings out and they get paid their bonus because they made 300 calls in a day. That's pretty dubious, right? And there's a lot of those sorts of behaviors go on. So the key performance indicator has to relate to the business's objectives. You could relate it to EBITDA. So everyone has visibility of how profitable the company is. So everyone is then making decisions around, how do I improve the company's profitability? Well, I'm going to stop spinning my wheels in this area because I'm just wasting my time. What I think would be, and this is where the playbooks then get properly tweaked, right? So they end up adding value to the business rather than creating activity in the business.
Yeah, activity for its own sake is cancerous in a business and is soul destroying for the people that have to do tasks that they often know meaningless.
Yeah, and because you've got a group of people who aren't experienced, because don't forget, one of the things you've done is you've given them a playbook and you've got a different level of remuneration there. They can, if they want to, just sit there and go through the activity log and just do stuff. Okay, that's an approach. Right? It doesn't really help the business that much. And so working out what and how to tweak the playbook so that the activities are valuable is really critical. And that takes, senior experienced people to guide and coach people in the business and around them. What are the effective activities? How do you measure the effectiveness of that? So that playbook tweaking is really, really important, especially if you've chosen to look at a different geography or you've chosen to look at a different market. The same playbook invariably won't work.